So I'm sure, like many of you, music is important to me. It's a very integral part of my life. There isn't a moment in time that I don't have headphones on, at least when I'm at home. At work, obviously I can't, but like I always have headphones on. There's constantly music going in these ears, but it's a way that you can articulate feelings and emotions in ways that I never could. I'm not good with my words. I can't say this is how I feel, but ironically, songs that other people write and perform can do that for me. So I've been buying CDs for the longest time, and since now I have a steady job, I have that adult money, so I can go out and spend a little bit more on my music hobby. So I've started picking up vinyl, and sometimes I'll even pick up cassette tapes. I don't know what it is about old analog music, but I like it. Like, I like CDs. Anything physical. I like physical music, and I think the reason is because I like the whole experience. I like having release dates of albums on my calendar, and then when the date pops up, I go down to the local music store and I buy it. And then I end up wandering through all the racks and shelves and baskets of everything that they have, and you can literally spend hours in a music store, and I like that. And you'll find things that you otherwise wouldn't, instead of just clicking buy on iTunes. I'm sure they have like recommended stuff, but that's not the point. Call me hipster trash, I don't care. Because that's just how I feel, and I like being able to hold it, and mostly it's for the art. I really like having like all of the cases or like slips that they come in, and just seeing all of the rows and rows of CDs and the milk crate of my vinyls is really satisfying to me. So the first things I'm going to show you is Kyary Pamyu Pamyu, and this is Pika Pika Fantajin, her Pami Pami Revolution, and then I have Nanda Collection on CD. I couldn't find this one on vinyl. I had to import all of these from Japan, so it took forever to get them. But, oh, something to consider, if you're collecting vinyl, this is called a picture disc, and it's obviously different to these regular black ones that you can find. Those are more normal, but thing to consider when you're buying these, because I didn't read the description closely enough on this listing when I bought it. I didn't know I was getting a picture disc. I thought I was getting a regular vinyl, which is okay because I like seeing her cute little face rotate when I'm listening to it, but it obviously sounds a little bit quieter than my regular vinyls, because you have to press the picture, the paper, onto the vinyl, so it's a lot softer. The sound isn't warped or anything, like it doesn't sound different than like if you bought it on iTunes or whatever. You just have to turn up your volume a little bit louder, so just something to consider. I don't usually go for like cute, fluffy, girly pop music. It's not really my thing. But Kyary Pamyu Pamyu is just, I like her, the person. Like, she is really fucking cute. And her style is really awesome. If I was more outgoing and more girly, I think that's how I would like to dress. And it's just, she's just a fun person to look at. Like, in her music videos are really fun. I guess it'd be like Harajuku style. I guess that's her. She's kind of an icon, so she's just a fun little person to listen to. So next up is Nancy Sinatra's Boots. This is the classic one, but it has like where these boots are made for walking. It was her original album from 1966, and I'm still looking for the album that has this picture on it, and it's called How Does This Grab You or something. That's the next album I want from her. So next up are my Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds vinyls. He's been a really big influence on my music taste, I'd say. His style is kind of like bluesy, punk, alternative rock sort of thing. Sorry. But he's very lyrical, like it's almost like poetry. He's like Bjork in that sort of way, who's another one of my favorites. But anyway, my first album that I have is the Lovely Creatures album that he just released. It's more of a compilation, like it has all of his best hits and stuff. But I also got this album on this limited edition CD collection that has this really nice hardback book in here. It's like 259 pages of essays and pictures from like behind the scenes and stuff. And there's also like little recreations of memorabilia from like tours and stuff that he's done. So you have like a random poster in here, or you have like random little pull-out pictures, that sort of thing. Like, it's really neat. I can't wait to set aside some time to actually read this because it looks really good. He's always been a really good writer. Like, he's an author too, and his books are really good. I like everything about him. Is just like really gritty, and I like it. And the next one is the Skeleton Tree. This was his newest like studio album. I got to see the documentary that goes along with this, Once More with Feeling, at the little co-op theater in downtown, and it was really sad. This album is really like him processing and going through grief over the death of his 15-year-old son, which is really depressing. It was like some accident involving a cliff. He fell off. It was really horrible. So this one's very somber, and it's more focused on grief and death. This next one is the first album I ever bought on vinyl. And it's Nick Cave and From Her to Eternity. There's only 6 songs on it, 7, sorry. But this one is more experimental. It sounds very strange, and if you're not used to it, then it'll come off as weird. But it is really good. I can't wait to hear more from Nick Cave. If not from his music, then from his books. So the next album that I have here is The Smiths' Hatful of Hollow, and then Louder Than Bombs and The Sounds of the Smiths on CD. It kind of stinks because everything that I have seems to be compilation albums and not their original albums. Like, I'd like to have The Queen is Dead and that sort of thing on vinyl. These will do for now. But they're alternative rock, I'd say. I really like Morrissey. He's another one of those musicians that really puts a lot of time and effort into their lyrics. And I can obviously relate to these ones about being miserable and just being sad in general. But the Smiths are another band that was really influential on my music tastes. So next up, I have Amy Winehouse's Back to Black. I have it on vinyl and on CD, and I have it on my digital playlist. I also have Frank. I just haven't been able to find it in a store. Like, I usually like to support local businesses sort of thing. I might just have to go online and buy it because I haven't been able to find it yet. But I really like Amy because she's, again, her lyrics and it's jazzy and soulful, like rhythm and blues. It's really unfortunate that she passed away from her alcoholism and her drugs and all that stuff, because I really liked her sound, and that we only have 2 records of hers forever is a real shame. She was really talented. Watching that documentary, Amy, in theaters, just like everything about her life just seemed really hard, and it was a real shame. But I guess we'll just have to live with those 2 albums forever. So the next one is called Heartworms by the Shins. I have never heard of the Shins before. I've never heard their sound. So I solely based my purchase of this album on its artwork. So I took a leap of faith. But they're an indie rock band based in Portland, Oregon. So if that gives you any clue as to what they sound like, then you should just go listen to it for yourself. Just makes me want to go to Oregon all the more, but I'll get there eventually. So my next album is Phantogram Eyelid Movies, and I haven't heard them before. Their newest album, 3, came out in October of last year. They're kind of electro rock, dream pop sort of thing. So I really liked the sound of that album, so I went and got their first album. And I hope to get all of their other albums on either vinyl or CD real soon, because I really like the way they sound. So next up is The Cure's Disintegration. It's my favorite Cure album, and it's the most popular one, so I'm sure you've already heard songs that are on this album already. But I really like Robert Smith. I like his fashion and his unique voice. Now that I think about it, a goth, alternative rock, new wave sort of music seems to be my jam. But anyway, I really liked his fashion. Like, I really like his really weird poofy hair and his little red lipstick. I went through a phase where I tried to dress like that, sort of goth alternative. But I can't really pull off makeup. I tried wearing red lipstick for a little bit. I kind of just look like a kid going through mom's makeup bag trying to look like a grown-up. Makeup doesn't work on my face without looking really silly. So the next album I have here is Troye Sivan's Blue Neighborhood. It's so pretty. Look at it. I have it on vinyl, I have it on CD, I have it on digital, and I've ordered it recently on a limited edition blue cassette tape. I'm really looking forward to having that when I get it in the mail, because it's from Australia. And I can only get it online from Australia because that's where his store is. I didn't know that they made cassette tapes for modern day music, but I'm not complaining. If I can have it on all of the mediums that you can, that's cool with me. Is it excessive to have it on 4 different things? I don't know. And I really don't care because I'm obsessed with this album. It was like released in December of 2015 or something like that, but I can still listen to it like a bajillion times in a row. Like I never get tired of this. And watching those 3 music videos when this first came out, it was just like so powerful. And then a day before the inauguration, he released a music video for this song called Heaven. That's like one of my favorite songs on this album. Just because the lyrics are really great, especially the chorus, and just the timing of that was really potent, and it was just, I got a little teary-eyed and got choked up when I watched it. But I think it was the 3rd music video in his trilogy, for Talk Me Down, I think, is when the boyfriend has a little confrontation with his father, and that's the one that was most powerful to me. I never had I'm asexual, right? Yeah. But I have had, and I only ever wish to have, relationships, romantic relationships with girls. I don't really fancy boys all that much. So, and I've never told my parents. Like in high school, I had a girlfriend and I would never bring her home and I would never go out with her because I would have to say, hey, I'm going out with my girlfriend. So that relationship didn't last very long, but that's when I first knew that I only liked girls. So that music video was the most powerful one. But I can relate to knowing how they wouldn't react so violently like that. Like, they wouldn't yell at me or they wouldn't do anything like that. I just know that they'd be disappointed. And they would look at me different, and they would probably think about me differently, because they are religious, and just hearing them talk about it, like gay rights and stuff, like especially when the Supreme Court ruled gay marriages were legal everywhere. So I've just never had the courage to tell them, and they'll learn eventually. Like whenever I get married, they're gonna figure out that it's to a girl. So I'm just prolonging it because I don't know. I'm afraid. Because you don't want to disappoint your parents. But just having an album, that's what they talk about. That's what he sings about. But he also sings about being unashamedly yourself. Loving who you love and not worrying about anybody. Don't worry about getting approval from society. Don't worry about getting approval from parents. Don't worry about anything. As long as you have that person and you're just like in love, that's all that should matter to you. And I can relate. And that's why I can listen to it forever. So my last album, on a lighter note, is Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. So far, it's folk rocky protest song sort of thing. It's pretty short, only about like 30-35 minutes long. My favorite songs on here are Deja Vu, Helplessly Hoping, Ohio, and Find the Cost of Freedom. It gets you pumped, you know, to like go out there on the streets and march or protest or send money to organizations that bring about change somehow, or writing letters or signing or calling your congressman to try to change something, you know. So I like that. When this was in high school, when I was like getting all Greenpeace, like environment, protest the man, you know, sort of thing. When I was listening to them and like John Lennon and all those people. So when I saw that in the music store, I had to buy it. So the reason why I'm sharing all of this is to, one, let y'all know about my music tastes. Two, want y'all to share your music with me. Tell me what kind of music y'all like to listen to. And then I also want to show you this cool thing that I found called Vinyl Me Please. It's a subscription for the love of music. And it's they send you a vinyl, original artwork, and a mixed drink recipe that I guess they were inspired to make by listening to it. I don't really drink, but and try not to go on their social media if you want it to be a surprise, because they kind of give away clues. So when I started seeing hints of stuff, I stopped looking. But let's open this bad boy up to dudes. Yeah, see, have a drink, get a spin, get social. Let's see. Holy shit. What? Whoa. Okay. Vinyl Me Please exclusive. First time on vinyl. What? No fucking way. It's Fiona Apple. Like, she is one of my favorites. And this is her first album title. What the fuck? That's really cool. I wasn't expecting that. Oh man. She hasn't made anything in so long. Like, wait a second. Hold on a second. Ugh. Back. So, yeah, see, I have all of her CDs. When the Pawn, Extraordinary Machines, When the Idler Wheel. Like, she hasn't made anything. But now I have her. Oh. And it's exclusive. Maybe they're just saying that. But oh, it has a 12-page lyric booklet. Let's open this bad boy up. Look at her gorgeous face. Ah, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh, and here's the booklet title. There it is. she's so pretty. Oh man. Like Criminal was my song for the longest time. Sleep to Dream, Shadow Boxer. Ooh, she's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay. The vinyl. There's her pretty self on there again. Woohoo. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm so excited. So there's a poem in here too. And there's a mixed drink on the back, like I said. And then there's like curated album picks from people that work there, I guess. And exclusives that they have in their store. That's pretty neat. I can't really tell what the art print is though. But there is Oh You Creep Up Like the Clouds from Fiona Apple's Shadow Box on there. But is it pants? I can't tell. But I guess it can go up on the wall. I don't see a problem with that. There we go. Picture that I don't understand, but it's up there on my wall. But that's it for me on my music. I hope to keep y'all updated on what I get new. I might do one about like cassette tapes or CDs if y'all really care about music. Because like I said, I just love music. Any kind. I like hip hop, rap. I can't really get into country all that much. And like there's some top 40s pop I can get into, or like hits and stuff. But I can share what I like if y'all want to. But have an awesome day. Go listen to some music. Maybe share some of what you're listening to in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see y'all again real soon. Thank you and goodbye. Break a boy.